If you spill coffee on a carpet, the first thing to remember is this: do not scrub it. Coffee looks like a simple drink, but on carpet it can leave a stubborn brown or yellow stain, especially if it has time to dry. And if there was milk, cream, or sugar in the coffee, the stain can be even more annoying, because now you are not just dealing with color, you are also dealing with sticky residue. So the faster you act, the better. Start by blotting the spill with a clean white towel, paper towel, or cloth. Press down gently and lift. Then move to a clean part of the towel and press again. Do not rub side to side. Rubbing can spread the coffee, damage the carpet fibers, and push the stain deeper into the backing. The goal is to lift out as much liquid as possible before adding anything else. If the coffee is fresh, keep blotting until the towel is not picking up much color anymore. Now add a small amount of clean water to the stain. Do not pour a lot of water onto the carpet. Just dampen the area. A spray bottle is useful because it gives you more control. If you do not have one, use a small amount of water on a cloth and dab the stained area. Then blot again. This first water step helps dilute the coffee and remove the bulk of the spill. You may see a lot of brown come up onto the towel. That is good. Keep going until the towel is coming up lighter. At this point, the stain may look much better, but you might still see a light brown or yellowish shadow in the carpet. That is very common with coffee. Even when you remove most of the liquid, coffee can leave color behind in the fibers. Now you can use a simple cleaning solution. Mix a small amount of mild dish soap with water. Use a clear dish soap if possible, and do not use anything with bleach. You only need a little soap. Too much soap can leave residue in the carpet, and residue can attract dirt later. Apply the solution to a clean cloth, not directly in a huge amount onto the carpet. Blot the stain gently from the outside toward the center. Working from the outside helps stop the stain from spreading. Press, lift, and repeat. If the coffee had cream or sugar in it, this soap step is especially useful because it helps break down the sticky part of the spill. After working with the soap solution, use another clean cloth with plain water to rinse the area. Again, do not soak the carpet, just dampen and blot. This rinse step matters. If you leave soap in the carpet, the spot may look clean at first, but later it can attract more dirt and turn into a dull patch. Now blot with a dry towel to remove as much moisture as possible. If the stain is still visible, especially if it has that yellow coffee tint, you can try a white vinegar solution. Mix equal parts white vinegar and water. Test it first on a hidden area of the carpet, especially if your carpet is delicate, wool, brightly colored, or very old. If the color is safe, apply the vinegar solution to a clean cloth and blot the coffee stain gently. Let it sit for a few minutes, then blot again with a dry towel. After that, rinse with a small amount of clean water and blot dry. Coffee stains sometimes need patience. You may not see the full result immediately, especially with older stains. The area can look darker while it is damp and then look better as it dries. If you are using a commercial carpet spot cleaner or a coffee stain remover, follow the label exactly. Test it in a hidden area first. Apply only the amount recommended, let it work for the time listed on the product, and then blot. Some coffee and tea stain removers need time to break down the stain, so do not panic if the mark does not disappear instantly. In some cases, you treat the stain, let it sit, let it dry, and then check it again later. The color can continue to lighten as the product works, but be careful with strong methods. You may see people using heat, steam, or an iron with a wet towel over the carpet. That kind of heat transfer method can help in some professional stain treatments, but it can also damage carpet fibers, set certain stains, or affect the backing if it is done wrong. So for a normal home cleaning method, start with blotting, water, mild soap, vinegar if needed, and a proper rinse. Do not rush straight to heat. Now let's talk about dried coffee stains. If the coffee stain is old, the first step is still not scrubbing. Re-wet the stain lightly with plain water, then blot. You are trying to loosen the dried coffee slowly. After that, use the mild dish soap solution, blot from the outside toward the center, rinse and dry. If the stain remains, move to the vinegar solution and repeat the same gentle process. Some old stains may need 2 or 3 treatments. That is normal. It is better to repeat a gentle method than to soak the carpet with too much cleaner at once. Overwetting the carpet is a real problem. Too much liquid can go down into the backing and padding, and then you may end up with a moisture problem or a stain that keeps coming back as it dries. So use small amounts, blot often, and dry the area well. After the stain is treated, place a clean dry towel over the area and press down to absorb moisture. You can even put a heavy object on top of the towel for a short time, as long as the object will not transfer color or rust. Then remove it and let the carpet air dry completely. Once the carpet is dry, vacuum the area to lift the fibers back up. If you still see a stain after all of that, it may be time for a professional carpet cleaner, especially if the coffee was dark, old, or spilled on a light carpet. So here is the simple method again. Blot the coffee immediately. Add a small amount of clean water. Blot again. Use mild dish soap and water. Blot from the outside toward the center. Rinse with clean water. Blot dry. Use diluted white vinegar if the stain remains. Rinse again. Dry the carpet well. Then vacuum when the area is fully dry. The most important things are speed, patience, and not scrubbing. A coffee stain can look terrible at first, but if you remove the bulk of the coffee, treat the leftover color gently, rinse out the cleaning residue, and let the area dry properly, you have a much better chance of saving the carpet without making the stain bigger.